Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss a task 2 question. It's an idea types of question. It's not an opinion question. So we are going to see some general ideas, discuss some general ideas based on this particular topic. So the topic is very clear. Obesity is a serious problem in many countries. Okay, so uh, especially it happens in the rich countries. Discuss ways to solve the problem. So this is the thing here. It's not a personal opinion question, so we have no right to give the personal viewpoint here in this particular question. So this is the only one thing that we need to take care. Other than that, we are not going to see something. So let's see from the beginning how the question is addressed. Many countries are seen spending an exorbitant amount of money on treating and fighting obesity, and this has become a critical issue in several affluent countries. So it said I need to highlight some of the thing here. Many countries are seen spending exorbitant amount of money. It means it is common to see. It's common to see that countries are spending an exorbitant money on treating and fighting obesity. And this has become a critical issue in several affluent countries, the rich countries. Now, in in rich countries, it has become a big problem here. Now, solutions for this undesired situation are not far from the reach of the people. It means it is tangible for the people, uh, but many find it difficult to absorb those. Many find it difficult to take it as it is. So this is what the thesis statement is. So we have two particular sentences. We can see some unfamiliar words here: exorbitant, fighting obesity, critical issues, affluent countries, undecided situation, absorb those. So these are some of the vocabulary which are used here to address the particular introduction here. Unusual, not commonly used here. And now let's see these two sentences. The first sentence it addresses the situation. The second sentence it gives you the thesis. So this is number one. It addresses the topic. Number two, it is the solution here. So we have some ways to solve these things, and they have said that solutions are there. They are tangible. Okay, so in other way, we can say that the solutions are discussed in the upcoming paragraphs or the ensuing paragraph. You can do that. Okay, this is what the thing is. Now, let's move ahead with first particular paragraph. How why they have said this is not far from the reach of the people. Solutions for this obesity is not far from the reach of the people, how they have said like that. So first and foremost suggestion, and that is globally accepted, it's nothing but the alteration of food habits. So when you think about tackling the problem of obesity, and a universally accepted phenomenon and a universally accepted idea is alteration of food habits. So it's not a local idea. It's considered globally that if you alter food habits, you will be solving the problem. Now, I I have two more sentences there to explain this thing further. In the past, when people had less fatty and sugary food, there's example here. In the past, they had less fatty and sugary food. When they had this less fatty, when they had this less sugary food, they hardly had any issue. Compared to today's generation, they hardly had food in excess. There's another thing, they had no food in excess. And whatever they had it at right time. So based on this particular explanation, two sentences, we have formed a conclusion here. What is that? Alteration of food habits. How can we alter food habits? Therefore, food at right quantity, uh, right food, right quantity, and at right time is a potential measure to fight against obesity. So, right food, it means the organic food, less fatty food, less sugary food, right quantity as per your calorie requirement, a right time, 3 times a day, preferably in the daytime itself, not going to the night or late night. So, this can be a potential measure to fight against obesity. So, this is number one. Now, I can move ahead with the second particular paragraph. The second suggestion, the first suggestion, the second suggestion. What was the first one? The alteration of the food habits. The second is the modification of lifestyle and related habits. It's a modification of lifestyle and related habits. So, to exemplify, to be precise, on top of the unhealthy food they have, they live a sedentary life. So, the today's generation, today's people, they live a sedentary life on top of unhealthy food habits. So I can make it a little bit clearer. To be precise, on top of unhealthy food they have, um, the newer, sorry, again, this isn't that long. The newer generation live a sedentary life. Another factor which is observed among the people, especially the rich countries, is the habit of drinking and smoking. Now, the two more sentences we have here, and these two sentences. It is to be understood that. So, this is the conclusive sentence here. It is to be understood that unless and until these situations are modified, obesity can hardly be wiped out. If you alter these situations, number one is the sedentary life, number two is the habits like drinking and smoking. So if you don't change, unless and until you change this particular habits or modify the lifestyle, obesity cannot be wiped out. So this is what the second paragraph says. Now let's move ahead with the third paragraph here. The final suggestion. So this is the last thing. First one, second one, the final suggestion. So it's in the order. Number one, number two, and number three is overall discipline in life. So what was the thing? Food habits, alteration in food habits. Second thing was modification of lifestyle and related habits. And third thing is overall discipline in food. So this is the third thing here. So people, especially in the rich countries, are very poor in maintaining such a discipline, and many of them have increased anxiety to sleep deprivation. So we have examples why there is an indiscipline among the people, especially in the rich countries, why we have marked these rich countries, because it is a crucial part in the question, especially in the rich countries. I have not marked this thing in here, this particular thing. So all the paragraphs I have not marked, but in the body paragraphs, two of the body paragraphs, I have said this is rich countries or affluent countries there. So because it's a part of the question, I should address that particular thing here. So I should not miss out that. Um, so obesity is one such disease which needs to be addressed effectively only by maintaining a strict discipline in life. So it is a disease. You can say it is a disease. It's one such disease which needs to be addressed effectively. So this is the thing here. So we do have, especially um, uh, the problems. Uh, the problem is unhealthy eating habit. It is said the cause is indirectly said here, and that's why we have a suggestion here. So we have said this is a solution. Why? Because this is the situation. So we have to do. This is the situation. This is the solution. This is a solution. This is the present situation. We have to do this. This is the solution. This is the present situation, and we need to do this. So this is a particular presentation in this way. So we have marked all the points here. First and last sentences of these particular paragraphs are dealing with the solutions exclusively. The explanation for these things are given in the middle things. Okay. Now it's concluded. To conclude, it is clear that the issues caused by obesity can be effectively tackled by appropriate food, avoiding unhealthy habit, modifying lifestyle, and by maintaining a disciplined life. However, today's generation find it somewhat hesitant to accept this completely because that too are explained here. That's the situation here. So that's it, that we have come to the end of this particular session here. So this particular question is addressed. I hope you have understood the thing well. Thank you.